Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my review for Invincible Season 2, Episode 4. Now, spoiler warning for Invincible Season 2, Episode 4. If you have not seen the episode, go watch it and then come back. And yes, let's just get straight into it. So, this episode was sort of promised to us as being crazy, right? The creators of the show were teasing this episode and Episode 8 to be the biggest ones and to be on like a massive scale level, to be like crazy episodes. I mean, they definitely said in the tweet that I'm referring to that Episode 8 would be crazier than Episode 4, but they still said Episode 4 would be crazier, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit underwhelmed with how crazy I was expecting. I think maybe I just got my expectations up a little bit too high, but overall, I still really enjoyed the episode, but I am fucking fuming that we have to wait until early 2024, they say. Like, oh my god, listen, I completely understand the animators, like how the animators need time and how, like, you know, it's a lot of work to do, just to animate all of this stuff and, you know, color correct and do the voiceover and things like that. Animation takes a long time, so I completely understand and empathize with that. But as a fan, I need the next episode, please. Like, I can't wait until 2024. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, oh, but anyway, let's move on from my frustrations with the wait time, but I completely understand. But anyway, this episode was great. It was really good to see Omni-Man back again, like this version of Omni-Man. We saw a version of him from another universe in episode 1, but it was good to see our Omni-Man back. And, you know, they really given him some depth. I was sort of expecting, because like I haven't read the comics or anything, I was sort of expecting him to go like full villain, like he wasn't even like a morally grey character, because I just assumed that in season 1 he was always sort of just like a cunt and was sort of just like pretending in order to get Earth in a position where they can be ruled by the Viltrumites. So I thought he was a full cunt, but no, it turns out he has layers. And now something I think is a little bit jarring is how all of a sudden he has empathy and he's completely changed from what he was doing on Earth. Like, now he's a good guy. Now he doesn't want the Viltrumites to, you know, enslave the planets, which is fucking crazy, because his entire thing was he was so devoted to Viltrum, he was willing to kill his own wife and child in order to enslave Earth, basically. And so it is it's a character 180, which it does make sense, but I completely sympathize with Mark's frustrations on, why do you change now? Why couldn't you have done this on Earth? You know, you're too late. I completely understand and agree with that, as anyone else would. But yeah, it was cool to see his layers, to see his wife and child, which, by the way, I like felt so much for Mark. I was like, the way he just discarded Debbie, and like he didn't even mention her really. Every time Mark said something about Debbie, Nolan would just, you know, fob it off. He would just ignore it. You know, he would say something else. Which, God, Debbie is such a tragic character, man. She really is. But yeah. So he has a new wife. He has a new child. It's a little bit strange on the sort of lifespan of these creatures, because Andressa, they say she's only been alive for a year, so I don't know what the lifespan of the child's going to be. I know it's Viltrum, half Viltrum, so it might be a little bit different. But yeah, I also wonder how this child's going to come into play, because this is another one of Omni-Man's children. You know, this is the only other one, and so he must be a big character moving forward, like in the next season or something, right? Like, I'm assuming he won't just die, and maybe he will. I don't know, but I would assume he's being set up to be a bigger character. But anyway, the stuff in this episode was great, though. I loved the complexities with Omni-Man. I loved the Viltrumite fight. It was so fucking cool, and it honestly had me on the edge of my seat. And it's good, because it sort of corrected something I was thinking about this season. I was thinking, Mark's like half Viltrum, but he continuously gets his ass beat by like these other people and like the Viltrumites. And I was just at one point when he was fighting the first guy, I forget his name, the first Viltrumite on the Thraxan planet, where like in the cave where he's hiding Andressa, I was thinking, I guess he's just not strong enough. He just can't beat the Viltrums. I mean, because that guy was like, he had him pretty hard, and so I guess at some point I was just like, Mark cannot beat them. But it was explained later that Mark is just holding back because of his I guess, what is it? He doesn't want to kill. He doesn't want to cross that, like, sort of a Batman thing where he just has the rule, a moral code where he just won't kill. But now, once he stops holding back, he is able to defeat the Viltrumites, or at least one of them. He puts up a pretty fucking good fight. I mean, Omni-Man does come in and save him after he gets impaled by the Viltrumites like hair. But yeah, he is shown to be pretty much on the level of the Viltrumites when he doesn't hold back, which is cool, and I'm excited to see where that goes. The episode also ends on a crazy cliffhanger, which I'll talk about. But yeah, those fights were awesome. The blood and the gore, seeing Mark and Nolan like properly team up was really cool as well. Yeah, but also, oh my god, Omni-Man isn't dead, right? Like, because he was saying to him, read my books, Mark, read my books. Yeah, so he was not dead. He was just like, I guess he's paralyzed or something after that guy, who, by the way, when you think about it, that's so crazy. He was holding his guts in his stomach so he can come and like kill Omni-Man. You know, like, oh my god. And by the way, how did he not die from that? Like, he was fully impaled in the stomach. But, yeah, so as Omni-Man's like on the ground after Mark's been impaled and Omni-Man's being taken by the Viltrumites, he's saying, read my books, Mark, read my books. And it looks like Debbie's getting rid of the books, by the way. We see earlier in the episode. And so I wonder what's going to come of that. I haven't read the comics. I haven't seen any spoilers. So what's in those books, I don't know. But yeah, so he is taken off. And then also, the Viltrumite Emperor, is that who he is? A general and emperor? His name's like Craig, right? Is it Craig? Krieger. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But the Viltrumite Emperor gives Mark an ultimatum and says, you have now proven yourself a worthy fighter. Earth must be enslaved or we will come and kill all of them. Like, what? That's going to be crazy in the next half of the season. But anyway, that is my review for Invincible Season 2, Episode 4. I really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.